Why, hello! If you're new here, I'm Maybe. If you're not, then you probably already know what time it is. I make a lot of art and book related videos, and today I'm here with another painting vlog. It's been a hot while since I've made a painting video. I think it's been like 10 months. Um, I haven't, and I think I haven't painted in like months as well. Like, damn, damn.
Damn. Damn. Damn. Damn. Damn. Damn.
Um, yeah, I've just been going through a lot of stuff mentally. And also I've been trying to like figure out a lot of stuff going on with my school. Oh my gosh, I know. No. Sorry, I'm watching my sister's dog and I'm in the basement. And she really loves attention. Say hi, Jenny. Say hi, Jen. Gizzy. She really likes attention. She's gonna be here for the first little bit. I'm actually painting her. So it's actually a good thing that you are making an appearance, Jenny. This is my reference. My beautiful reference. Um, yeah, she's so cute. She's adorable. She's a cane corso. And I love her so much. She's my little She's my niece. This is niece. But yeah. I'm just gonna be painting her in acrylic paint. I was originally gonna do oil paint, but it's winter and I cannot open my windows, and I'm not gonna like just like hotbox myself with oil paint fumes. So yeah, I'm gonna just do acrylic paint. And also I got paint markers, so I feel like if I can do like the fine details with the acrylic paint markers, you know. Um, but yeah, this is just gonna be my journey of working on my painting of this sweet little girl. Let me show you her face, because her face is so cute. The face she's making at me right now, oh my goodness. Ginny, say hi. Say hi, Jen. Okay, so I've abandoned the mic because I'm gonna go to bed soon. But I just did a wash on the background to, just set all the colors, to set the background color and just to have like a base layer to eliminate a lot of the white, because this painting is gonna be like mostly green and dark. So yeah, did that. So now I'm just waiting for the wash to dry, and I'm gonna do a little bit of base layer for some of the fur. Alright, I'm getting pretty tired, so I think I'm gonna stop for tonight. But I will be waking up and doing a lot more tomorrow. But I just thought I'd show you my progress. I'm not sure how I want this to look like style-wise, if I want it to be like super hyper realistic, or if I want it to have like more of like a look where you can see like the individual brush strokes and stuff. But I guess we'll kind of see how it works as the painting develops. Yeah. Let me show you what I got. So the face, don't mind that, but I mostly got a bunch of color on the body. I'm gonna try to build in the body texture first, and then we'll work in on the details of the face, which is gonna be the most detailed part. Okay, so it's the next day, and I am back. I've done a little bit of progress. I'll show you in a second. Um, and yeah, that's all I have to say. I didn't record the progress I did this morning, but it was just like a little bit of texturization. Um, but yeah, now that it's the next day, we're just, gonna get back to it. I'm just gonna keep working on the grind. The show I'm watching to like as background noise is almost over, and I'm so sad because it's like my favorite childhood show that I put on, and I'm just loving it so much. And I don't want it to end because this could be like when I ended when I was younger. But then after that, I think I'm gonna watch the new Lord of the Fly series because I've been seeing a lot of edits and it looks super good. Um, and when I was in grade 9, I was forced to read that book for school, and to watch the really old movie, and I was traumatized. I was like, "Yo, I'm 13. Why am I reading this?" But it did teach me a lot of life lessons. And when I was younger, it traumatized me. I was like, "Why'd I have to read that?" But now that I'm older, I'm like, "Oh yeah, now that I sat with it, I really understand like the lessons and everything. And I now that I'm older, I definitely want to read it again, and it definitely won't traumatize me as much as it did when I was a child. Yeah, so maybe I'll put that on. Also, y'all, this is so random, but I feel I have to share it with you. I don't know why, but I've like fallen into a Zootopia hyperfixation. I've watched the new movie 4 times now, um, and I just keep rewatching both movies, and it's just like, oh my gosh, I have a serious problem. Why do I keep watching Zootopia so much? Why am I so obsessed with Zootopia? Anyways, back to it. Okay. I'm taking a quick break because my arm is killing me. And I'm tired, so I may take a nap. I'll show you a close up in a minute, but I just was working on adding in some of the smaller brown fur details. It's not fully done, and the acrylic paint I have isn't very. It is very transparent. It's not super like opaque and pigmented, so it may take a few layers to get the color and definition I want with the brown tones. But that's all right. Layering, I'm a layering queen. You know, that's just what I'll do. Um, but yeah, I'm almost done. Like the basics of the body fur. Then I'm just gonna, refine the brown and the black fur texture some more, and then add a few like highlights, and then I'll go up into building in the ear and the face. But most of her face is like black, so I'm gonna have a hard time like blending in the what's it called, the brindle into her skin tone. But we'll see. Oh, also, if you want a little more of like an in-depth video on how I paint fur, I have a video on my channel, of me painting, fur for the first time with oil paint, which is I go much more in depth on how my painting process works and how I do the fur and stuff. Yeah, now I'll show you a quick close up. Let me come get my camera. Okay, here it is. Oh, look at this. Me doing a voiceover. What is that? So here you can see me just going in and just adding a lot of black and darker details and refining in that fur. I literally do that a lot this entire video. I'm just, going in with multiple different colors and refining the fur. And just defining like pretty much each individual like strand of fur, every hair. Um, just me, mixing some colors, getting my palette. And I'm working up into the ear. The ear is pretty easy because it's just like really simple. But working up into the face was really hard because that's when the fur starts moving in all sorts of different directions, and so you have to kind of like map which directions the fur is going to. Oh my gosh, in this segment, you can see me looking over a lot. I'm watching Lord of the Flies. Oh my god, it was so good. I highly recommend it to all of you. It was a phenomenal show, and it was so accurate, and it was. Oh, like I have so many words that I can't even speak them. It was so good. Like literally, I'm not even locked in on painting. I'm just watching Lord of the Flies. All right, welcome back, everyone. It's a new day. And we're back with more painting. I did paint a bunch without recording, so that is on me. But I pretty much just did the nose and some more texturing. Um, and that's kind of where we're at. I'm gonna finish making the ear texture, and we're gonna go into building in the texture of the face. And then after we finish the face, we'll do eyes, the inside of the nose, the mouth, and then the background, and then we'll hopefully be done. I'm trying to finish it soon, within the next like 3 or 4 days. I don't know if that's a good estimate or not, but we'll see. Loki, I'm not joking. I'm watching My Little Pony in the background. because I'm trying to like reconnect with my inner child. And also like My Little Pony is actually really good. Like Friendship is Magic, like that shit is bomb. That shit is bomb. It's amazing. I also mainly started rewatching it because I realized how old I am compared to how old I was when the show came out. It's like this looks ancient. This is only 30 years old. I remember seeing this in theaters. Yeah, consider me either, yeah, lady, because I'm old as donk watching this. Um, so I've got that going on in the background, and then I'm also listening to an audiobook, and yeah, I'm just trying to hammer this one out. I really want to finish this because I've got another painting that I have to do that I'm getting paid for, and then I also have a commission to finish that I've already been paid for. Um, yeah, and then I want to get out of this gosh darn art block, and I want to get out of this rut. Um, it doesn't help that I've been mad depressed recently, but it's okay. I told myself I'm not gonna yap too long, so I'm done talking. Let's get into the painting process. Yeah, here you can see that I'm watching My Little Pony. It's actually so fire, y'all. You do not understand. And I've been drawing like little My Little Pony doodles here and there. They're not good, but reconnecting with your inner child is such a wonderful experience. But anyways, back to the painting. Here you can see me just slowly but surely working in the details around the ear and closer into the face, and just kind of developing the painting further. Took a lot of time. Actually, I don't know if it was this segment or the segment before, but actually, it just hurt my neck from all the looking up at the painting and doing the painting. So I had to stop for like a day or two because it was literally just giving me a huge ass neck ache, which is annoying. Yeah, and I've been trying to do it in my paintings during the day so I can get that natural lighting in to help with the painting, so I don't always have to use my lamp, but it doesn't always go my way. And here you can see me starting to build into the background. I figured it was going to be easier to add in the background to help me develop further features in the face so I can understand like how the color theory was going to work and everything. And I want her eyes to kind of look reflective, like someone's shining a camera or like a flash in her eye. So I figured that would be kind of easier to like help develop if the background was the right color. And same with the colors of her mouth. It wouldn't make sense. The light green was just confusing me too much, and my sister also, at this point when I started doing the background, she changed her mind about what the background was originally going to be. It was originally going to be like these light green flowers, but she like came to terms with liking more of like a dark green blue blurred kind of background, and so I decided, okay, yeah, let's work that in, and it took me like a hot day to work that in. But once the background was like solidified, it made doing the rest of the painting so much easier. I never usually do the backgrounds like first, but I try not to do them like at the very last, because honestly sometimes that's hard, because then it's like if your painting is on top of the background, like the subject you're painting is in the foreground and the background is again in the background, it's kind of like hard to make sure you're not like blending, you're not like painting outside the lines. Yeah, here you can see this on his set, because daylight savings, screw you. So I'm using my little reading lamp. Yeah, a reading lamp. I know, whatever. To kind of help with the lighting, so it looks nice, so I can understand what it will look like and blend all my paintings. The lighting in my room is so horrible. There's no visibility. So unless the natural lighting is coming in, I can't see anything. So I really need that lamp. Here I am the next day, working back into the face. The background was finished the night before. But working on the face was getting really hard because my chair is really low to the ground, and my what's it called? My easel it's taller, so it's like I'm always adjusting the height of the easel and like adjusting everything. It's annoying. I need to get a bigger chair. So here I am sitting on my bed because my bed is taller than my chair to kind of like adjust and to get closer. Because, well, it was just easier to put it at the edge of my bed and to just do that. I don't know why I didn't face the camera at my painting for the shot, but whatever. I was just working on the face and developing more textures and more rendering. You know how it is. Mixing my things, watching My Little Pony on my TV, on my computer. Yeah. I'm just mad watching My Little Pony. I'm not joking. But yeah, here I am, just developing more on the face. Actually, at one point I had to go look at the other painting of a dog in my room to kind of like study how the nose and the open mouth should look. I'm just working. I'm also getting mad and interrupted by my siblings because they don't care that I'm trying to be productive. They just want to chit chat. So they're talking to me, and I'm like, bro, I just want to lock in on this painting. I just want to grind. Um, yeah, I'm just grinding away here. It took so long to get like the muzzle and the face to look like how I wanted, and I'm still a little skeptical of it. But you know what? At this point, I don't care. I just want to be done it. I just want to finish, y'all. I feel like I am being held at gunpoint to finish this artwork. Yeah. It's really hard painting at night or even in this direction because the lighting is just so horrible. But here you can see I'm working on the gums and I've gotten pretty far into the painting, so I thought I'd finally talk a little more about everything and stuff. So I finished the background. I pretty much finished her fur. I finished the gums. I've pretty much finished the tongue. All I've got to do now are her eyes and her teeth. Um, yeah, I'll show you a little more. Yeah. So yeah, no, all I have to do is the teeth and the eyes, and then like whiskers and finishing touches and stuff. But damn, I'm almost done. I was gonna try to finish today, but I'm tired and I have to shower and I have to work tomorrow. And did I say I'm tired? Please tell me this hasn't been leaking. Oh my god, my goddamn water bottle was on my computer. Um, so yeah, let me take down this light and let me show you my painting. Here she is. I'll give you a wide shot in a second. But yeah, just been hours of tiny details. This is why I don't really do animals. The eyes are gonna be like a reddy green. Like they're gonna have that reflective kind of feature on them. And then yeah, we gotta do the teeth, and then obviously like the borders. But that's the very touch. She is. Okay, it's hard to see as my camera keeps falling over. But I'm trying to go in and I'm trying to add the color in the eyes and work in the teeth and the tongue. Yeah, I'm just kind of working everything in. Actually, eventually I had to rework the gums 5 separate times because it was just so frustrating. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but my tripod was absolutely horrible and my camera kept falling, so I had to keep adjusting it a bunch while I was painting. But you know what? I needed to sit on my bed because my bed was taller than my chair, and the angle I was painting at was really hurting my neck and back. Yeah, as you can see in the background, I started watching the new season of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Oh my lord, are those women... The things that happen on that show, oh my lord. Yeah. And then also I'm starting to work and building it in the eyes, getting the base colors in, having everything, you know, there and be like flat, just trying to get everything done. I redid the eye like twice because I didn't like it. But you know what, that's fine. And here I am going and doing some more tiny details because, well, why not? And I have to touch them up, just working on it. And then I'm just going to hem on that eye. And then, yeah, it's the next day, because I had to go to sleep. And here I am, redoing the gums for, I think this is the 3rd time I redid them. Yeah. I talked to one of my art friends, and they were like, oh, use blue and orange to try to get the gums to tone out, instead of looking like that bright bubblegum pink. It kind of worked, but then it still looked horrible, and I ended up redoing them completely with my paint markers. But yeah, it's whatever. I just kept mixing up my paint colors. I'm doing that. I look like a gnome or a Little Red Riding Hood here because I keep putting my hood up, but as you can see, my hair was disgusting, so that's why the hood was up. But yeah, just going in on those gums over and over and over again. Yeah, this painting, honestly, I feel like took a part of my soul. I don't think I'll ever do a painting again where I'm showing a dog's teeth and gums, because oh my lordy lord, was that hard. And then here I finally start to do the teeth, which took me another like bajillion years. Let's not talk about that. Yeah. And my siblings just kept coming in to talk to me. How fun, how nice. They just, wouldn't let me work on it. They wouldn't let me get back to work. And here I am, teaching the TV, putting something else on. I'm watching Elio as I keep grinding on these gums, and not the gums, the teeth that take me like a good 3.5 hours, maybe 4. Yeah. Again, the paint I'm using is super transparent. It's not opaque at all, so I'm just like having to spend so long painting and then waiting for it to dry and then painting again and then rendering, and then I hated everything in the way it looked, but I ended up doing it all over again in my paint markers. Alrighty, well that concludes the video. I finished the painting to the best of my abilities. Also, I've worked on it for so long that if I keep working on it, I think I will actually lose a piece of my happiness and my soul. So, we're done. If my sister doesn't like it, she gets what she gets and she doesn't get upset because she didn't pay for it. Whatever. Yeah, this is the final painting. I'll give you a close-up in a moment. But yeah, I didn't really track how long it took me, but I've been working on this for about 2.5, 3 weeks maybe. So yeah, it took me a while. I do genuinely love painting, and painting is so fun, and it's such a relaxing way to express your feelings and just to, do something. And I had a lot of fun with it. I really want to do more pieces that like relate to my emotions and my memories to help like deal with my trauma and express that, like my other paintings. But this was just more like a fun little painting to do, just because I want to, and it was sweet. And also I really need to practice painting my animals, especially my dogs. But if I want to get more experience and better opportunities in the art world, I have to kind of be able to draw animals. And also, free artists make so much money, so if I can figure out how to draw animals and draw furries, then I can get the bank rolling. But yeah, I've also had to miss out on a lot of commission opportunities when I was younger because I couldn't paint or draw animals. So now that I'm developing my skills, I'm working on dogs and cats. Those commission opportunities are now open. I've got a commission for my mom's boyfriend's parents. Their dog passed away, so I'm doing a commission for them. I'm painting their dead dog. Really sad, but really sweet. I met this dog a few times before she passed. She was such a lovely, sweet girl, and I'm so saddened by their loss. So I want to really do my best on it and commemorate the beautiful memory of their dog Bella. So yeah, this painting was kind of like my throwaway practice painting too. But yeah, I just want to get better at my skills, because before 2025, I did not put a single thought, care, or effort into practicing how to draw animals because it just was too hard for me. I just could not do it. But now I'm really trying, and I'm really trying to develop my style and with painting animals and just trying to make them look good. Not just dogs and cats. I'm also practicing with horses because I got, again, as you've seen from this video, I got really into My Little Pony. I got a bunch of My Little Pony doodles. They're not the best because, again, haven't drawn a horse since I was like 10. But we're improving and we're getting somewhere, okay? So, and that's the whole point of doing art, is to practice and improve. So yeah, this is my beautiful artwork. And if you want to see more art related videos from me, request them down below, and hopefully you'll see me soon, because I'm so sorry for being inactive. This video took a really long time to make. I'm gonna go and try to do a bunch of like quick and easy fast videos to post for you. And then also, now that I'm finally done this painting, I'm going to finish with my Percy Jackson series. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, maybe consider giving it a thumbs up, or maybe checking out my other content. And yeah, let's show you the painting now.